Hello, my friends. Welcome back to SBS English Podcast. Let's practice English together, step by step. Let me ask you something. Do you understand English, but freeze when you try to speak? Imagine this. You are at the airport. You are standing in line for check-in. The officer looks at you and asks quickly, "Where are you flying today?" In that moment, your brain goes blank. You know the words. You studied them, but your mouth doesn't move. You feel nervous. Your hands start to sweat. You feel the pressure. That is the exact moment when English seems to disappear from your head. Here is the truth. It is not your English that is broken. It is your brain under pressure. In this episode, I will show you why this happens and how to fix it with a powerful practice called shadowing. We will go step by step with real situations, guided repetition, and one short success story that will inspire you. By the end, you will know how to stop freezing and finally speak English with more confidence. But before we continue, let's try a short shadowing exercise right now. Listen and repeat after me slowly. I can speak. I am not afraid. Good. Again. I can speak. I am not afraid. See? Two small sentences, but when you repeat with rhythm, your brain starts to feel safe. That is the first step. Now let's go to the first big point. At the airport, many learners feel the strongest fear. Why? Because you know the situation is serious. Immigration, security, check-in. You cannot play or avoid answering. If you make a mistake, maybe you think, they will not understand me. They will judge me. Everyone around will see my mistake. This is the fear of speaking wrong. And fear does something powerful. It blocks your memory. When you feel stress, your brain puts English in the freezer. That is why even simple sentences disappear. You studied them, but in that moment, they vanish. Think of this situation. You are at immigration. The officer says quickly, "What's the purpose of your trip?" Your brain knows the answer. I'm here on vacation. But stress says, don't say it. You will sound stupid. You will make a mistake. So you stay silent. You freeze. This happens to thousands of learners around the world. You are not alone. Here is the secret. Shadowing trains your brain to respond automatically, even under stress. Just like an actor who repeats lines again and again until the body reacts without thinking, shadowing builds automatic answers. Let's try one shadowing practice together. Imagine you are at the airport check-in. Repeat after me. Good morning. I have a flight to New York. Here is my passport. I have one bag to check in. Again, a little faster. Good morning. I have a flight to New York. Here is my passport. I have one bag to check in. Now at natural speed. Good morning. I have a flight to New York. Here is my passport. I have one bag to check in. Well done. Did you feel the rhythm? When you repeat like this, your mouth remembers faster than your brain. That is how you break the block. Not with grammar books, not with long lists of words, but with real phrases repeated until your body answers naturally. The key message here is simple. When you freeze, it is not because you do not know English. It is because your brain is under pressure. Shadowing is the tool to unlock confidence and make your English automatic. In the next part, I will show you how shadowing works in real life and why it feels like acting, copying, repeating, and becoming more natural every day. Now that you understand why your mind freezes under pressure, let's talk about the technique that can completely change this. Shadowing. What is shadowing? Think of an actor. Before stepping on stage or recording a scene, The actor doesn't just read the script once. He repeats the lines many times, imitating the rhythm, the tone, even the gestures. He practices until the sentences come out naturally, without thinking word by word. That's the secret. The body learns together with the mind. Shadowing is exactly that, but for English. You listen to a short sentence, you repeat it immediately, and you copy the rhythm, the melody, and the intonation. The more you do it, the more automatic it becomes. It's not about memorizing single words. It's about training blocks of language, just like an actor preparing for a performance. Why does this work? Because when you repeat full sentences, your brain starts to recognize patterns. English stops being a list of rules and becomes a collection of familiar sounds. Step by step, you don't translate anymore. You just speak. Let's imagine a real-life situation. You are at a coffee shop. The barista smiles and asks, "What would you like to drink?" If you never practiced, you might freeze. But if you've already repeated sentences with shadowing like, "I'd like a coffee, please," or "Can I have a cappuccino?" then in the real moment, your brain doesn't freeze. Your mouth already knows the path. Let's practice together now. Repeat after me, slowly. "I'd like a coffee, please." "I'd like a coffee, please." Now at a natural rhythm. "Can I have a cappuccino?" "Can I have a cappuccino?" One more time with natural flow. "I'd like a coffee, please." "Can I have a cappuccino?" Notice how we are not training single words like coffee, please, cappuccino. We are training the music of the entire sentence. That is how you begin to sound more confident and fluent. Another important point, shadowing is not about perfection. Many learners think, if I don't repeat exactly the same way, it doesn't work. That is a mistake. The goal is not to copy every detail, but to train rhythm, memory, and natural speech. Think about how we learn our first language. Children don't study grammar first. They listen, they repeat, they imitate. The process is natural. Shadowing brings that same process to your English. Let's imagine another real example. You meet a colleague in the hallway at work, and they ask, "How are you doing today?" You can answer in many ways. Let's practice a few. Repeat after me. "I'm doing well, thank you." "I'm fine. And you?" "Not bad, just a little tired." Now again, a little faster. "I'm doing well, thank you." "I'm fine. And you?" "Not bad, just a little tired." When you practice like this, the dialogue is ready in your memory. In the real moment, you don't need to search for each word. The response comes naturally. Here's the big difference. Memorizing isolated words is like trying to build a house with bricks but no cement. Shadowing is the cement. It connects the bricks into strong, useful sentences that you can use anywhere. That is why shadowing is compared to acting. The actor doesn't memorize words. He memorizes lines. He doesn't think, "Now I need a verb, now a noun." He repeats so many times that the lines become part of him. And when the moment comes, he simply performs. With English, it's the same. Shadowing turns sentences into reflexes. You don't fight with grammar under pressure. You just speak. In the next part, we'll talk about a very common mistake, believing that memorizing word lists is enough. You'll see why this doesn't help fluency and why shadowing with full sentences is much more effective. Many learners believe that fluency comes from memorizing long lists of words. You sit down with a notebook and write apple, table, flight, conversation, hotel. You repeat them again and again. And yes, you know the words. But when you are in a real conversation, you still freeze. Why? Because words alone do not build communication. Imagine this. You are in a restaurant and the waiter asks, "What would you like to order?" You know the word chicken. You know the word rice. But you don't know how to connect them in a natural sentence. So you pause. You hesitate. You feel embarrassed. This is the problem with learning only vocabulary lists. It's like collecting puzzle pieces without learning how to put them together. You have the pieces, but you don't have the picture. Now let's compare that with shadowing. Instead of just the word chicken, you practice full sentences like, "I'd like chicken with rice, please." "Can I have grilled chicken and salad?" Repeat with me slowly. "I'd like chicken with rice, please." "Can I have grilled chicken and salad?" Now again, faster. "I'd like chicken with rice, please." "Can I have grilled chicken and salad?" See the difference? You are not memorizing words. You are practicing real answers, the kind you can use tomorrow at a restaurant. Let's try another situation. You are in a taxi and the driver asks, "Where are you going?" If you only memorize the word hotel, you might freeze. But if you practice sentences like, "I'm going to the Hilton Hotel. Please take me to the city center," then you are ready. Repeat with me. "I'm going to the Hilton Hotel. Please take me to the city center." Again, with more rhythm. "I'm going to the Hilton Hotel. Please take me to the city center." This is why shadowing is so powerful. It teaches your brain to store entire blocks of speech. And when the moment comes, you don't need to think of each individual word. You simply use the block. Think of it this way. Speaking English is not about collecting words. It's about connecting words into phrases that carry meaning. And shadowing is the fastest way to practice those connections. Here's another example. Many students memorize the word job or interview, but when they sit down in an interview, they freeze. Why? Because they never practiced the real phrases they need, such as, "I have 5 years of experience." "I'm very excited about this position." "I enjoy working with a team." Let's shadow these together. Slowly. "I have 5 years of experience." "I'm very excited about this position." "I enjoy working with a team." Now, with a little more speed. "I have 5 years of experience." "I'm very excited about this position." "I enjoy working with a team." This is the difference between knowing words and knowing how to speak. Lists of vocabulary give you knowledge, but shadowing gives you fluency. So remember this, memorizing single words won't help you in real conversations. Practicing whole sentences with shadowing will prepare you for the real world. The airport, the restaurant, the coffee shop, the job interview. That's where fluency is built. In the next part, I'll guide you through a practical exercise, ordering a coffee without freezing in 3 simple steps. We'll go slowly, then faster, until you sound natural and confident. Now let's do a complete shadowing exercise together. Imagine you are at a coffee shop. You want to order, but in real life, many students freeze. They know the words coffee or milk, but they don't know how to put them into a natural conversation. So here is a 3-step method to order coffee without freezing. We'll start slow, then medium speed, then natural speed. Step 1. Slow shadowing. Repeat after me very slowly. "Good morning. I'd like a coffee, please." Can I have some milk? One more time. Good morning. I'd like a coffee, please. Can I have some milk? This step is important because it trains your mouth and your memory at the same time. Step 2. Medium speed. Now, let's practice again, a little faster, like a real conversation but still clear. Repeat after me. Good morning. I'd like a coffee, please. Can I have some milk? Again with rhythm. Good morning. I'd like a coffee, please. Can I have some milk? Now you feel the flow. Your brain doesn't need to think about each word. The sentence is already there. Step 3. Natural speed. Now let's do it at natural speed, just like you would in real life. Ready? Good morning. I'd like a coffee, please. Can I have some milk? Again, smoothly. Good morning. I'd like a coffee, please. Can I have some milk? Excellent. You just practiced a real conversation. The next time you go to a cafe, these sentences will come out naturally. Let's expand the dialogue a little more so you can practice both sides. Imagine the barista asks you, "Do you want sugar?" You can answer, "Yes, please," or "No, thank you." Repeat slowly, "Yes, please." "No, thank you." Now faster. "Yes, please." "No, thank you." Simple, natural, real. Then the barista says, "Here's your coffee." You answer, "Thank you very much." Repeat slowly. "Thank you very much." Now naturally, "Thank you very much." Notice what happened here. You just trained a real interaction from start to finish. You didn't memorize isolated words like coffee, milk, sugar. You practiced full sentences in context, exactly as they happen in daily life. This is the secret of shadowing. You are not just learning English, you are rehearsing life. So next time you're at a cafe, your brain will not freeze. You won't need to think for long. The phrases are already ready. Your mouth knows the rhythm. Your body knows what to say. In the next part, I will tell you a real story. You will meet Sarah, a learner who used shadowing every day and went from silent and nervous to confident and fluent in job interviews. Her story will show you how powerful this practice can be.